Hello everyone, this is Carmen and welcome back to another episode of Basic Cantonese Grammar. In today's video, you will learn how to accurately use adjectives in Cantonese. Adjectives in Cantonese function in the same way they do in English. They tell us about the qualities and the properties of something. In other words, they modify or describe nouns to tell us more information about them. There are two types of adjectives, both in Cantonese and in English. Attributive adjectives come before the noun they modify, like this: a cheap shirt, a slightly hot coffee, quite a pretty cat. This type of adjective is linked to the noun with the particle ge. For example, 好平嘅衫，少少熱嘅咖啡，幾靚嘅貓。Predicative adjectives, on the other hand, comes after the noun, followed by a form of to be in English, like this: the shirt is cheap. The coffee is slightly hot. The cat is quite pretty. But unlike in English, the usage of predicative adjectives in Cantonese does not require a copular verb like to be, which is hai in Cantonese. I explained this in my previous video. Instead, we use adverbs of intensity, which are basically words like very, quite, a little, not, to, and so on. These words replace the copula altogether, like this: 件衫好平，杯咖啡少少熱，隻貓幾靚。Notice these words at the start of these sentences: 件、杯、隻。These are called measure words, which I've done a video on this before as well. They are almost always used with nouns for added clarity and specificity. You can consider them to be equivalent to articles in English, so words like a, and the. 件衫 means the shirt. 杯咖啡 means the cup of coffee. 隻貓 means the cat. Now let's talk about modifying and intensifying adjectives. As explained in my previous video and earlier in this video, copular words like am, are, or is in Cantonese are not used before words that are not nouns. Obviously, this applies to adjectives. Instead, we use adverbs of degree, also known as adverbs of intensity. These include words like very, 好, quite, 幾, not, slightly or a little, 有啲 or 少少, too, 太. Here are some examples. 佢好靚, he or she is very pretty. 佢幾靚, he or she is quite pretty. 佢唔靚, he or she is not pretty. 佢有啲靚, he or she is a little pretty. 佢太靚, he or she is too pretty. Notice that hai is not used at all, even with the presence of is in the English translation. The reduplication strategy in Cantonese is very commonly used in daily speech, and it involves repeating an adjective and adding a suffix, typically day, to indicate a lighter degree or a more nuanced quality of the adjective. This is often used to express a feeling that is not overwhelming but rather mild or moderate. Here are some examples. 癲癲地, a bit crazy. 靚靚地, a bit pretty. 熱熱地, a bit hot. 鹹鹹地, a bit salty. Notice how the tone of the reduplicated adjective, the second one, changes to a to, a high rising tone, except when the tone of the original adjective is higher, so a one like 癲. This is a part of the linguistic phenomenon known as tone sandy, which is present in Mandarin as well. Tone sandy is a change that tones undergo when they are in combination with other tones within a word or phrase. In the case of reduplicated adjectives, the change typically serves a grammatical function or provides a certain nuance to the meaning. There are a few possible reasons to why this exists for reduplicated adjectives. First of all, clarity. The rise in tone helps to distinguish a reduplicated adjective from other forms, making it clear that the speaker is using a reduplicated form to express a moderated intensity. Second is nuance. The rising tone can impart a sense of lightness, which fits with the intended meaning of a reduplicated adjective, indicating a lesser degree. And finally, aesthetics. Tone changes can also make the phrase sound more pleasing or natural in spoken Cantonese, and it can also make it easier for some speakers to articulate. Something worth noting, the usage of adverbs of degree and the reduplication strategy are both ways of modifying and intensifying adjectives. You may use either one or the other, but not both simultaneously. For example, you cannot say 好熱熱地. Instead, you could either say 好熱, 幾熱, or 熱熱地. And that is all I have for you today. I hope you now have a better understanding of how adjectives should be used in Cantonese. Feel free to watch this video again to familiarize yourself, and remember to fit in plenty of practice. I hope you liked today's video and I hope you learned something new. If you did, please like and comment what you learned today, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next month for another Basic Cantonese grammar course. Bye!